Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and we all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more than one man should. Yeah, Hollywood, well kiss me good. Yeah, Hollywood, you know I love you more.
So I'm going to talk to you today about Gore Verbinski's newest summer sensation. Of course, he is the director of the Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise, and once again he brings Johnny Depp back to the big screen alongside Armie Hammer, Helena Bonham Carter, and a whole bunch of other fun characters in a movie about a person who you may know, but not necessarily entirely. Of course, I'm talking about Disney's The Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger is based on the famous serials from radio's past, as well as a early 1950s television series when the golden age of television was taking flight in the 1950s. It is the story of a gentleman named John Reed, a real polished guy who comes back to his home in Texas to find that his brother, who is a Texas Ranger, has been murdered by a villain, and he unfortunately is caught in the ambush, and miraculously he lives again. And he lives again in the presence of this loopy Indian fella named Tonto, played brilliantly by Johnny Depp, I will say. Reluctantly or unreluctantly, Tonto believes that this gentleman is what we call the Spirit Walker, and he has the ability to bring justice back to the world, even when it means you don't necessarily have to be the law. It's sort of like a vigilante kind of character. Of course, the Lone Ranger wears the mask, and basically it's the story of their first few missions bringing justice back to the Wild West. This movie was definitely a fun movie, not a great movie, but then again, you know, if you remember Pirates of the Caribbean, they are fun, exciting, enjoyable movies. Lots of great landscapes, lots of big explosions, a couple of good comedy bits, especially with Johnny Depp. He brings upon the inner Jack Sparrow. Once again, you definitely see remnants of Jack Sparrow in this movie as he plays Tonto, and it's a very good way to bring an old hero back to a whole new generation to enjoy. What I also really like about it, because I kind of am nostalgic for television's past, I do remember the fact that they used the William Tell Overture in the original show and serial, and it was great to actually hear the song be played. It was also really great to hear the famous line, "Hi-ho Silver," which is the Lone Ranger's horse. And that horse is definitely something to see in this movie. I'm not going to give away what happens with this horse, but you will either laugh or just get completely weirded out, and that's all that I'm going to say. What was also very interesting, and I love the fact that IMDb is a great pop culture storage house, and you can see links to other influences. Apparently, the character that the Lone Ranger is, who is John Reed, is the ancestor of Britt Reed, the Green Hornet. And it's so funny because it makes so much sense, because I remember the Green Hornet movie starring Seth Rogen and Jay Cho, and the Lone Ranger and the Green Hornet have very similar things, especially when it comes to the hero with the mask and the sidekicks who are completely different from them, the cool contraptions and all of that stuff. So it's really cool to actually see that, but I honestly would like to know if that really was the intention of these two, or was this just something that was created out of the blue by some modern-day filmmakers? I don't know. If there is a real connection between these two from the past, please let me know. Anyway, The Lone Ranger was an exciting, fun movie. Not a great movie, but definitely exciting. And I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 4. And the question that I want to leave with you today is, characters like the Green Hornet and characters like the Lone Ranger are a real revitalization, especially with the whole superhero genre that's emerging right now in film. Do you think that they should go deeper into the past and look for some more old heroes? I know that there has been so many rumors about Buck Rogers. Any other characters from, like, the golden age of radio or television that you would like to see turned into a film? And do you think that it would be appreciated by today's modern youth?